Okay, welcome back to the channel. We are here with another quick review. This time it's the re-release of the MPC Vincent kit from the Black Hole. Vincent, of course, means Vital Information Necessary Centralized. It's the name of the droid. Comes in the newer packaging by Round 2. So, kind of recreates the classic packaging. I've built this kit once before, back in the early 2000s. I believe the box that it was in got misplaced on the trip back from the UK. So the back on the original was just brown cardboard. This has a breakdown of what you can do with the model, all the different options. You've got the claws on the sides and the front. You've got his lasers out, his dome up, even though that only happened in one scene. Overall a pretty decent kit. Supposedly Round 2 went and retooled some of the molds a little bit to refine the fit on the parts. So we'll see. Haven't started building it yet, obviously. Another thing they like to do, so don't throw the box away when assembly is complete. Your decal and painting color information is on the sides of the box. So we got that there, and then the closed up version here. So you got to pay attention, keep that box handy. It does have a new expanded decal sheet. I believe the original version didn't come with a lot of the more off-green tan colored panels or some of the panel lines. It basically had the name, some eye decals, and a couple other little things here and there. So they've greatly expanded and improved the decal sheet in this model. So again, can't wait to build that and see how that comes out. Instructions, aside from adding the Disney logo and the Round 2 logo, they look almost exactly the same. I will probably be lighting this, so there's some options I'm not going to use and some others I'm going to modify just to improve the look of the model. I'll get to those when we go over the parts. But pretty basic, pretty straightforward kit. Here's your main body halves. There is some flashing on the parts. So you got around here, around these openings, around the ports for the lasers and the arms. Nothing major. A little sandpaper, scrape with an X-Acto knife or hit it with a file, clean it right up. Fits about what I remember. The original kit was also molded in a silver plastic, which is why you see some of the swirling here. Come on, autofocus. Play nice. Nope. Okay. So then the swirling is just from the plastic being injection molded. It is mixed evenly, but the way it flows and cools as it's going into the mold makes it build up and have those little layers and lines and things like that. Should disappear under a coated primer. The actual puppet has what looks like a hammered finish. So this is about 1/6 scale, and I think in scale, maybe hitting it with Tamiya metallic gray and then lightly overspraying it with aluminum would probably give that kind of hammered, rough look that it has. Some areas to drill out for lighting will be these rectangles up here, some areas in here, and some other spots around the model. We'll get to that when we build it. Overall, the detailing's pretty nice. There's some things that could be adjusted, but for a kit that was tooled up in the late 70s, only sold once, I think, in about 80, 81. The movie came out in 79. It's not bad. I can't wait to have them on display next to my model of the Cygnus. So here's your base that goes inside the body to hold the head. The head base, the top base, head parts. These are part of the lasers, or not the lasers, the claws. Those may change because I've noticed in the film there's some light that comes out of there. So, again, here's the front of the laser parts and the red pieces that go on the head. And I noticed that his head is painted almost like a rough metallic red. The only changes I'm really going to make in terms of the kit as it is, these vents are recessed. So I'm going to cut them out, clean them up, and put some plastic behind them. They come with a decal to go over them. The eyes actually have a raised round button in the middle. So again, I'm probably going to replicate that, add some slices of styrene rod with a recessed hole kind of drilled in the middle, and I'm going to scribe the panel line through the head, because they have a raised one, but it's very, very faint, almost invisible, where in the film it's very prominent, because it's where they access the head. Okay, here's the rod for the stand. I probably won't be using it. It plugs into here. You plug this into the base. Come here, you. I'm going to leave that bagged up so I don't lose it as easily. It plugs into the base in the back of this to give them that hovering look. It is neat, but I can't think of a way to access the model to keep it light secure and change the batteries. I'll have to see how the fit on the leg portions go. If I'm able to magnetize one of these, I might be able to make that removable to access batteries. But outside of that, I'm going to have to do a base with separate battery access up through a rod in the base. Clear parts, again, I'm going to leave them closed. Laser parts, parts that go around the body up here, they glow orange. And then the front monitor, it looks like they went in and retooled it a little bit to add that crosshatch texture. Let's see if it shows up there. So that makes it a bit more screen correct. All the chrome parts, not too keen on that, simply because there's a lot of seams that will need to be cleaned up. They also apparently had an issue in molding, because there's an extra piece, like here. Looks like that may have fallen out, so they discovered it and tossed one in for the saw blade that Vincent uses to kill Maximilian. So, the only ones of these we may use are these right here for the lasers. I will have those deployed when I build it. Put that back in there. Get on some more body parts here. Out of the box, this kit does build up extremely well, though. Here's the parts for the legs, the extendable legs that go on these little balls down here. Here's all of his grabbing arms and claws and cutters, and the lower parts of the legs that go on the bottom of his body and the top of his head. As I was saying, overall this kit is very nicely done given its age, so I'm not going to really give it a lot of flack for that. Nothing a little bit of rescribing and one or two slices of styrene rod and styrene plastic wouldn't fix. Even then, it looks great straight out of the box, and it has plenty of options for you to display it however you like. So just pick your scene from the film and get building. So I'm looking forward to building this one. It's a model I've wanted to get my hands on again for a very long time, and I'm very glad that Round 2 Models decided to say, hey, you know, we're working with Disney, we've got the Star Wars license, so since we're working with them, why not see if we can find the old MPC kits. Maximilian is going to be coming out soon from what I understand. The Cygnus itself is currently undergoing retooling. The plan for that, from what I've been told, is they are going to be molding it in clear, including the missing hull section. So they're basically making a new tool for a missing hull section in the model to make it the correct length, molding it in clear, and refining some of the other parts. So I'm excited to see it. I do have a built example of the Cygnus in the display cabinet that's lit up that you see behind me. It's also in my shorts. I may do a reshoot on it because I don't like how the original short turned out. So keep an eye out. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys decide to pick up this kit. Please buy it. Show Round 2 that we do appreciate that they are re-releasing these old kits. It's the only way we can get new kits made, really. We have to show them what we like and that we appreciate what they're doing. I hope, and this is a long shot, but I hope Maximilian, the Cygnus, and Vincent sell well enough, maybe, just maybe, they'll tool up an old Bob same scale to go with him. Right now I think the only old bobs out there besides 3D printing there was one available through Starship Modeler as cast resin. I don't know if it's currently available or if it's been available recently, but that'd be a nice change to see, especially if they could do old Bob in plastic to kind of match Vincent here. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.